Alright guys, so this is going to be my second video for Calculus 2. I'm sorry, Calculus 1. We went over the product rule last time. This time we're going to be going over the quotient rule. So it goes hand in hand with the product rule. It is something that you will definitely need to know. So here we go. Quotient rule states. Now there's a bunch of different notations that you can use for quotient rule. I think I used U and V for the product rule. You can use f of x and g of x. For this, I'm going to use b and t, and you'll see why in a second. So if you have t over b, then you need to take the derivative of t over b. Set that equal to b squared, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that b is bottom, t is top. So you have b squared, and then you have b is bottom, t prime minus b prime times t. So this is it. That's the quotient rule. I mean, kind of an easy way to remember this is, like the expression bottoms up. Well, you start with the bottom and it's squared. So that's easy to do. You take this bottom expression, move it over here, square it, and then square the bottom. After you do that, is bottoms up. So you start with b, and then after that you have t prime, and then minus the derivative of b times t. So this top part is sort of like the product rule, but it's a little different. It's subtraction first of all, so the order does matter. So you want to remember that the b's are always first. It's always b first, bottoms up. It's kind of like a easy phrase to remember this. And then so you just put the bottom on the top, and you start plain, and then you prime the t. So it's bottom times the derivative of the top minus the derivative of the bottom times the top, all over the bottom squared. So this kind of thing is simple enough that it's going to be a matter of muscle memory at the end of the day. So you just need to practice. You just need to practice with examples. So I'm going to give you one. Here we go. Example 1. Example number 1. So one important note is that the quotient rule, you don't need it for every single problem they give you. If you have a problem where it's 2x squared over x, you can simplify that into 2x, and then you don't need to use the quotient rule. I don't know if I said the product rule before, but you get the point. 2x, you can take the derivative without using any weird formulas. So yeah, you don't need to do that. But with this example, if you have 2x squared over x, that's the same thing I just wrote, plus 1. And you need to take the derivative, 2x plus 1, that looks like an h, 2x plus 1, follow the formula that we just went over. So square the bottom, bottom squared, x squared, boom. And then bottoms up, we have x, and then, all right, so next is the top. So we take the derivative of the top is 4x. Ignore the 1. Times 4x. Subtraction is not an addition like the product rule is. This is a subtraction. So you need like an extra long minus sign, I guess, on the top there. So anyway, next is so since we took the derivative of the top times the bottom, now we need to take the derivative of the bottom. And it's the bottom in this case, not the derivative here. So the derivative of just x is 1. So I'm just going to leave that blank because it's just 1 times the top here is 2x squared plus 1. That's your equation. You know, you can simplify 4x squared minus 2x squared minus 1. Distribute the negative sign. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to surround that 2 there. So hopefully you've already made it this far. Take that over x squared. This is your solution. 4x squared minus 2x squared minus 1 over x squared. Bottom squared. Bottom times t prime minus b prime times the top. And that sums up the quotient rule. I hope you guys enjoyed the first video of the product rule. If you haven't checked out the product rule, please visit my channel and look at the product rule first, because it's just like once you know the product rule, then this kind of becomes a lot easier. You know, once you know how to multiply, you know how to divide. So similarly, once you know the product rule, then you know the quotient rule. Yeah, so that's gonna be everything for today. No, my time.